My boy Kev, my brother Kev, Kevin Suarez on the scene, baby. What's good with you?
What's up, GMike? What's up, GMike? Thank you for having me on the show.
No, thank you for your time, bro. I know you're a very busy guy, and then to get you on here was pulling an arm and a leg. But hey, we got it going, baby, and I appreciate your time, brother.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Grind don't stop over here, kid.
I believe that over here it don't stop either, boy. And you be grinding like a motherfucker right now, boy. And the one thing you got going on that people been seeing all over the gram, I mean, myself and people close to you, your friends, your acquaintances, and everything is the golf life that you got going on, man. And I wanted to ask you about that because you're on the show before. You talked about how you were a coach for baseball and how you transitioned from a player to a coach, and now you're transitioning from baseball to the golf life. And I wanted to get into that, see all your outlook on that right now, but just to start it off, man, how'd you get into the pro golf life? How'd you fall in love with the game? How did everything like that come about?
So I was playing indie ball in St. Louis. We had Mondays off, and a bunch of the guys would fucking go play. And I was like, damn, bro, what's all this hype about? Let me go check it out. Brutal. We ended up just getting hammered. Couldn't see the ball by like the 10th hole. But it was fun. It was like a good time. You're around your boys. You can drink. You can smoke. You can do whatever you want. You can talk. Like it was a good like escape from baseball. It was a good time just to hang out with the boys, bro, and shoot the shit. Like going out to a club or bar or like,
Mhm.
bro, just going to a homie's house and shooting the shit. It was a good time. So I started going every Monday. I wasn't very good. It's a hard sport. Obviously, you guys know this. You guys have tried. And then last year when I got to Long Beach is when I really started playing a lot. Like one of my managers, student managers from the team, he was working at the golf course. So, bro, he's like, hey, whenever you want to come play in the afternoon, you can come for free. I'll hook you up. I was like, all right. So I started playing every day basically. Got the bug. There's a bug, like a golf bug that hits you hard. Once you get the taste of it, you just want to keep playing and playing and playing and playing. And that's what happened in Cali. So I wouldn't say I got good though until I got back. So then I started learning a lot about the golf game, just learning every little thing about it. Like, not only is it fuck, you got to hit it far, you also have to have it good accuracy. You also have to know what type of shot you're hitting. You also have to know the conditions, how to hit it in certain types of area in the grass, out of the bunker. Everything's a different shot. So it's actually very challenging. And I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
I'm just a competitive guy, dude. So for me, it was something that, I pick up sports very fast and I'm pretty good at them. So for me, it was like, damn, I'm not good at this. And I just wanted to keep playing until I got good at it and now I'm just an enfermo, to be honest. Enfermo.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I play all day, every day, basically. I go fucking play 36 holes sometimes. But I love it, dude. I love it. It's a great time.
No, and it seems like you fell in love with it for real. And like you said, you play it every day, mostly every hour of the day. If I'm being honest, with you, seeing everything that you got going on at the gram, and obviously you and I text from time to time, and we're close and all that. But like for the people that don't know, when it comes to just playing golf in general, for the amateurs out there like myself, what would you say that sensational feeling is like? Is like playing in a baseball game? Is like hitting a home run? Is like stealing a base, or would you say it's a little less?
I think it's a little different as far as baseball. Just because in baseball, yeah, you get to hit one time, but then you're playing defense, and the ball might not come to you, or you might strike out. You're sitting on the bench for 8 more batters until you come back up. So in that sense, it's different. In golf, you're hitting, you walk to your ball, you're hitting again, and it's all you at the end of the day. There's nobody else. There's no excuses. Like it's fucking you. So it ties in with life, to be honest. Like you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail, and you're gonna fail some more. But how do you like turn it around to make it a positive day? Man, I can fucking quadruple a hole, literally make a +4, and then the next hole make a birdie. and then you forget about the quadruple. You It feels honestly like nothing else just happened, but you made a birdie and everybody's clapping you up, everybody's hyped, like you're feeling good. It's a different feeling that I've had. It honestly feels like when you score a touchdown, when you hit a home run. It does feel like that when you make a nice shot or make a birdie or whatever it is. It does feel like that sensation. But the difference for me in golf and baseball is that you're in control of everything. It's not a team sport. It's like, hey, you got to do your shit. If not, the score is gonna look like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. No, and so you've been playing a lot, and I see you created an own Instagram page just for golf itself. And I know you just fell in love with the game after playing it for a while, and before it just was a hobby, and maybe it's still a hobby now. But would you ever think about trying to go pro in golf?
Yeah, 100%. These guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
But no, I actually love the game. So not only is the money great if you do end up making it big time, but dude, it's just a fun game to me. Like I actually love it, dude. Like I didn't
Hmm.
think in my whole entire life I would love golf, and I love it maybe just as much as baseball, if not a little bit more right now. Maybe I have the itch still, but man, like it's just a great feeling to get out there, be with the boys. You can drink, you can smoke, like I said, have a good time, but also it's a game where it's challenging, and I love that. Like like I said, I'm competitive, and I love the edge, and I love like, man, I just had a bad shot. What's up with the next shot?
Hmm.
How can you overcome your next shot? Is because you don't think about the past. You have to keep thinking about your next shot, your next shot, your next shot. If you're not in the present moment, your score can get ugly fast.
Oh
So
wow, that's good to know.
I
Really.
would love to play in tournaments. Now, would I ever get that chance? Who knows? I'm gonna keep
Mm.
grinding and playing until if I can, I can. But yeah, I'm gonna for sure try. I'll probably play a tournament maybe by the end of the year, if not next year, because I feel like I'm getting decent enough. Um, but for right now, it's a good hobby. For all you guys that are wanting to play more and say it's expensive or whatever, go find a 1 day job that you can go play at the. I mean, go find a job at the golf course 1 time a week, and you get free rounds whenever you want. You get free balls whenever you want. So that's the one way to get better if you really want to get into it and you don't have the money.
Yeah.
It's free at that point.
Okay. So with the whole social media side of it, and you talking about maybe getting into a tournament and probably playing, and we know how social media can be with exposure. People get opportunities, just like, for example, comedians. When you're making funny reels and funny content on social media, these comedians get opportunities to do a stand up on Netflix specials or HBO specials or etc. and stuff like that. With the golf content that you're putting out for Instagram just right now, and I know you have told me that you're going to start doing TikTok as well. With that content, do you think that it's going to bring that opportunity for playing in tournaments or being pro?
Yes and no, because like at the end of the day, I still got to shoot good to get into those tournaments. But yes, because now I'm getting myself out there. Like there's a guy named Grant Horvat that's a YouTube guy right now. He
Okay.
could actually play and probably compete for winning tournaments. And he chose to not do that because he doesn't like the tournament style play. So he made a YouTube channel. He plays with all the professional golfers and he's making a killing. He has like 1 million subscribers. He's probably making just as much money, if not more. He really took the YouTube side of it and the content side of it, and he's blown it up. Like he's actually playing with Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, like Bryson DeChambeau,
Wow.
some really really big names. Yeah, and he's making a killing. Like, and he's really good at the game. So for me, if I get to that level, I would be very happy. But I actually want to play. Like I'm a competitor, like I told you. So I would like to play in tournaments. But I'm actually deciding whether I want to start the YouTube channel now or wait till I get my followers up, um, and then do it. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I would say just go for it. Do it because you love it. I mean, for you, it's not gonna be a job. It's gonna be
Yeah.
basically a hobby the whole time, and you're gonna want to keep trying to get better. And I know you as a competitor, you out there on the golf course for sure. You're trying to beat everybody that's in your sight. I know that for a fact.
For
So
sure.
it's the same thing. It's the same thing with social media and YouTube and all that. You're gonna want to be that top dog. You're gonna want to be the person that people want to either comment under the videos, watch the videos from time to time, ask you questions on what's going on and stuff. So I think you should push towards that, and it's just gonna make you fall in love with the game more, in my opinion.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna keep doing the YouTube, the Instagram content just because,
Mhm.
like you said, I'm playing already. Might as well just get some videos out there and see what happens.
Yeah, man. No, it would be sick to see you out there in ESPN playing in a golf tournament. What? I'll go out there just to watch you, but for sure, it's just
What?
like you watch baseball
Say
on TV and
what?
then you watch baseball in real life. It's like completely different. So for sure, out there in
I'm
person
trying
would
to
be
get you
dope.
guys out on the golf course.
Yeah, it's oof, when I move down, for sure, we'll be doing that a lot, 100%. Yeah.
I love it. Let's get it.
um with this other stuff of being down there in the South Florida area, we got some drama. We got some drama going on in our basketball professional basketball organization down there with our top player Jimmy Butler and this whole trade sweepstakes. And I know you've been keeping up with it and all that. And for the viewers out there that haven't been keeping up with it, Jimmy Butler asked for a trade about a month and a half ago, and he's been kind of in his feelings about it. They haven't given him what he wants, so he started acting out. He got a 7 game suspension. He came back, he played 2 games, started acting out, didn't go to the team's flight on time. So there's a suspension for that. They suspended him 2 games. And then he came back and he was at practice, and then he found out that a role player was gonna start over him, that coach Eric Spoelstra put Hayward Highsmith to start over him. So Jimmy Butler ran out of practice, was pissed off, and now he is suspended indefinitely, which would be probably to the trade deadline, which is next week, February 6th, on Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern. With all that going on, bro, how do you feel about this Jimmy Butler trade saga? Be
I
honest.
want this to end
Be
already and
honest.
go back to Heat. I want it to end already just because I want the Heat culture to remain how it was, and I think it's very, 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 very strong culture, and I love that shit. I think they, man, what they brought the Heat to what they were, I love it, and I'll be always a Spoelstra fan. I'll always be I'll always be a Spoelstra. I think he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he's a great coach. I think he gets guys that are role guys to be a lot better than what they should be. Um, yeah, I think he's done a great job. Now, talking about Jimmy, I I still remember when we traded for him. I told you, hey, don't like the trade. For me, he's not a superstar. I
Mm,
respect the shit out of his game. I think he's a fucking competitor. I think he plays the game hard. But for me, it was not an all-star type of player that I wanted the Heat to get.
yeah.
I think he is a great role player, and I think he will get into a team and be a great defensive guy, a great, you know, third guy to score. He's not a main scorer. Don't get me wrong, he can get you buckets on any given night, but it's a physical, it's like a, gritty 20 points. It's not
Yeah,
flawless
yeah.
like a Steph
Facts.
Curry 20 points or like it's a grinding 20 points for him.
Mm.
Um I respect the shit out of his game. I think he's a good player. Just I want him out. I never wanted him in the first place.
Mm.
So the quicker we get him out, the better our culture will start getting again, and maybe we start winning again.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that last part. That once he gets out, I think we're gonna transition into a team that really wants to play together and have that chemistry and move along, move forward. Just with the Jimmy drama right now, man. Like I see both sides to it, but I obviously lean more towards the Miami Heat side because there's never an individual that's always gonna take the team. Like it's all about the team success first, in my opinion. For me, than an individual accolade, like because I could have been said the same thing for Dwayne Wade, LeBron, Tim Hardaway,
Yeah,
Alonzo Mourning, Shaq. The list goes on and on. But with sticking with Jimmy, with the stuff that we know, and there hasn't been a lot of stuff said from him or his agent on why they feel that type of way and why he wants to get traded. But from the speculations that we know is that he's having trouble with the front office and right now with the head coach Eric Spoelstra, and he's been wanting bigger talent, tougher talent, very talented players to come to the Miami Heat for us to trade for them, which is why I understand his frustration there because we're not giving him the pieces to win when he's no, I'm not gonna say single-handedly taking us to 2 finals, but he has been the main piece on why we've gotten to those finals. So he's asking for help, and we're not giving him to him in return. So I understand that aspect, but I don't like the way that he's going about it right now because to me, he's acting like a drama queen. Like you're getting $50 million a year. You only play 45 to 50 games a year because you're always injured. Like you're injured at least 3 times a year. So you're acting this sort of way because you want to get up out of here as quickly as possible. And he knows how to push Pat Riley's buttons and Eric Spoelstra's buttons because we see it unfolding right before our eyes. He's getting suspended 3 times. When Eric Spoelstra goes out there for a press conference, he's not acting the way that he acts, which is always calm and collected. Now he's like saying like little remarks here and there, and it's like, yo, that's not the Spo that we know. And it's like you said, it's better. It's gonna be better for us once this is over. It's gonna make us move forward and probably become a better team. But just with all of that, if he does end up getting traded, because there's a possibility that he stays with us, because there's teams out there
Yeah.
that are worried about his health and stuff like that. But if he does get traded, where do you think he ends up?
Tough question, but I mean, he definitely wants to go to a winning team. So
Mhm.
I can see him going to a Suns type of team, Warriors type of team, a team that needs a defender, a good piece, a good role player. I don't think he's gonna. If he does go to the Kings and we get Fox, that would be awesome for us. Do I see that happening? Maybe, maybe. I would love that. I would love that, but I don't see it happening. I don't see them wanting a Jimmy Butler at whatever age he is. Not washed by any means, but he's already declining in his career, let's say. So I see him going to a team that's winning already, Mavericks, Suns, a team that's in contention because he wants to win, and he's a good defender, like I said. So someone wants him to go defend in the playoffs. They want him.
Yeah, no, facts, facts, and I think those two teams that you hit, the Warriors and the Suns, are pretty good destinations right there. From what I've been seeing, though, is that the Warriors want to try to go more for Zach Levine because he's 29 years old. And yes, he's injury prone, just like Jimmy Butler, but his contract is less money, less years, or no, it's like 2, 3 years. I think so. It's probably one more year than Jimmy Butler's, but he's younger and it's less money. And it fits the times table of when Steph and Draymond leave because if Jimmy comes, he's 35 years old. Steph is like 36, Draymond's like 34. They're probably going to end their careers together in the same timetable, either with on
Yeah,
the same team or without each other. So
yeah,
they bring in Jimmy. It's just like you got to expect for them to try to win now. And obviously,
yeah.
the Golden State Warriors will probably be trying to win now, but they're thinking long term in the future would try to bring in Zach Levine because once Steph and Draymond leave, the franchise player is going to be Zach Levine. And then with the Suns, there
I'm a big
I've
fan of
read.
Zach Levine, by the way. Big fan.
Yeah, yeah. No, bro. Boy is a
Big fan.
baller. Baller,
Big
bro.
fan.
Baller.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the Suns, bro, I've read that they're backing up a little bit now, trying to get Jimmy just because of the fact that the Heat are basically they're not trying to take on the Bradley Beal contract because the Heat want to have open free market in 2026 to try to land a big player, a big fish. And Bradley Beal's contract goes to like 2028 or 2027, and getting like 40 plus $1 million a year. And it's like, that's another contract that we're going to take on that we don't really want like that when we know the Bradley Beal's not the same Bradley Beal that he was in the early Washington years or even in the mid Washington years. So
I agree with that.
for the Suns, they're going to have to give us a lot of picks if we're going to take on Bradley Beal, or if not, they're going to have to give us some players, picks, and compensation money for Jimmy Butler. And on top of that, the Suns are only going to have Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, and who else?
Yeah.
No one else really. No one's
Yeah.
going to be on the bench. They're not going to be able to play for anybody. So it's like
You're
it's
right.
tough, man. It's tough, but yeah, bro. I mean, but other than that, with the trades, obviously, I know that you don't want to keep him. I know that you would want to let him go, but let's say he does stay with us. How do you think that would work out? Do you think that he comes to his full mind and he's like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just ball. I'm gonna just do what I gotta do everything right, and then when my contract clears up or when they decide to trade me, I'm out of here? Or do you think that he's gonna continue this drama shit?
Yeah, I think as a coach, my perspective is the second way. To be honest, I don't think he's gonna come back and I'm not gonna say try. I think he'll try, but I don't think he's gonna be a good teammate. I don't think he's gonna try to, have good camaraderie in the locker room. I think he's gonna practice, go home, get the bills. That's it. I don't think he's gonna try to like build a team culture. I don't think he's gonna hold people accountable like he used to. I just don't see it as a coach from the inside out. Like he's not gonna respect the coaches. Whatever the coaches tell him, he's not gonna fucking listen. He's gonna do his own shit and he's gonna keep it rolling. At the end of the day, he's still making bread. He doesn't care
Yeah,
about that, and he's just gonna. In my opinion, I think he just keeps doing the same thing he's doing now, skipping practices. Because what is all this money doing to him? Nothing. If it was, he wouldn't be doing these things, So money's not an issue right now, and I think if he comes back, he'll be doing the same shit. Probably get suspended again, and at that point, it's either like you're gonna have to trade him, or he's gonna what quit basketball. I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think you're right there. And then this just came up now on what you were saying because if you guys don't know, Kevin, he's a part of a D1 national championship team with his school, the Nova Southern Eastern University. Big time for the champ. So you've
Big
been
time.
a teammate in that winning culture, and you've been a coach in that winning culture. With what Jimmy's doing to his teammates, where we thought they were super cool, they're brothers, and I know he's come out and said after the first game of the 7 game suspension that he has played, he said that has nothing to do with the teammates in the locker room and it never will be, right? But we got to keep in mind that what he's doing to the organization, to the front office, and to the coaches is trickling down to the teammates, right? So if you were his teammate and you saw what if one of your teammates was doing what he's doing and you guys are trying on the road to win a national championship, you obviously you don't know you're going to win it, but it's coming down later in the future that you have a chance to win a national championship. How would you feel in this situation and what would you have told
I love what Kevin Love is doing. He's throwing like I don't know if you've kept up with
him?
him, but he's throwing like little tweets out there, and they're hilarious, dude. So
Yeah,
in my eyes, that's a good teammate right there. He's not throwing him under the bus. He's low key funny, but low key trying him at the same time. I love that. In my eyes, I would have confronted him. I would have called him out. I would have hold a team practice, just the players, have a meeting. Yo, what's up? What can we do? We want you. What can we do better? Do you just want out? Like, just keep it real. Have a
yeah,
conversation because having a conversation is going to be the most important thing. And just see where he's at, dude. Because at the end of the day, you don't know if he's going through stuff like outside of basketball that's messing him up in basketball. So
yeah.
I would just talk to him heart to heart. And if you're a real teammate and you're a real boy and you guys have that culture, bro, you should be able to talk about absolutely everything. And that's how you get a winning culture, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's exactly the way that I think that they go about it. Already about it. That's the way they have that is currently going crazy. And the only thing that you can do is really talk about it and see what you can do from there. Because if you don't talk about it and you're going out there just to play, that chemistry is gonna be there. The frustration is gonna be there. The anger is gonna come out. There's just gonna be a lot of bad things that are gonna be happening out on the court, and then it's gonna go off the court. So it's like
Exactly.
it's a double edged sword, bro. It's a double edged sword.
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be honestly, you hit it on the head right there because I went to a game against the Raptors this year, and there was a play, can't remember exactly what it was, but Jimmy like threw a lob pass from full court. The guy picked it, brought it back, and Jimmy just didn't even play defense. The guy got an easy bucket, and I was just like, man, Like, what is going on here? Like, that doesn't look like they're getting along at all, the teammates, because like if that happens and I'm on the court, I'm telling his ass something because you don't do that.
Yeah,
Hey, you just gave up a
facts.
turnover, get your ass back on D and press him, foul him,
Yep,
do whatever you gotta do. But like to give up an easy bucket and then like I just saw his body language so bad that day, and I think he had like 16 points that day. It was a grindy 16 points, and it was like more at the end. He was struggling in the first half, but it was just like his body language was really bad to his teammates. He was sitting by himself. Like I noticed all those things because as a coach, like I noticed that, and I don't know. He was just secluding himself. He was bad body language on the court. Just his, I don't know, the way he was like engaging his teammates. It didn't seem like the old Jimmy was there. So, in my eyes, like we need to get rid of him.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, if he doesn't want to be with us, bro, hey, it is what it is. Thank you for what you've done for us, bro. Thank you for
Thank you.
the four Eastern uh conference appearances, the two
Yep.
NBA Finals appearances. It sucks that we didn't win one, but we have some winning seasons with him. But it is what it is. We got to move on, man. We got to do what's best for the
Keep it
organization, and
moving.
he's got to do what's best for him.
Exactly.
Yeah. So last thing before we get out of here, so we got the Super Bowl matchup, Super Bowl 59 already on display. We got a rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs, which will be going on February 9th at around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Just to talk about the game, bro. Who you got?
Where where are we gonna be at that game? Where are we gonna be at?
Yeah,
Where are we gonna be at?
that's a conversation for off air.
uh man, I can't. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it. Like
No, don't
I
say
just
it.
don't think
Please,
Mo.
please don't say it. We are Cowboys
I just
fans. Don't say it.
exactly. So I'm not saying it. I think Mahomes pulls through. That guy's a beast. I think
Okay.
the narrative of him right now is like the next Tom Brady, and I think he's gonna keep it rolling. Do I think it's gonna be a great game? Yes, because the Eagles O line, their D line, Saquon, obviously, Jalen with his feet, like it's a scary team. I'm not gonna lie. So I think it
It
is
is.
gonna come down to the last drive. Patty's gonna get the ball. If Patty has the ball in his hands last drive, they're winning the game. They're
Yeah.
winning the game.
Yeah. They Kansas
That's
City
my
just
take
knows
on
how
it.
the Kansas City just
They
knows
know how
how
to
to
win.
win, bro. They got a Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame quarterback. They got a Hall of Fame tight end. They got some crazy receivers out there now because they didn't have that before. Their O
Yeah,
line is pretty good. Their defensive line is the real reason why I think that they will beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Because on the flip side, they have a great team as well. Quarterback, receivers, running
yeah,
back. Obviously, in my opinion,
yeah.
MVP. Their defense is
Yeah.
crazy. Top five rush defense and pass defense. The only
Yeah.
thing I see is that Kansas City Chiefs are gonna be their D line is so good that I think they're gonna be able to stop Saquon under 80 yards, I would say, maybe 80 yards, 85 yards with one TD. Stop Jalen Hurts from running a lot as well. He had three rushing TDs against the Commanders. So did Saquon Barkley. Like crazy
Yeah.
right there. And then, dude, I think they're gonna be able to get to Jalen Hurts a lot because what Jalen Hurts likes to do is step back, drop back in the pocket, see if any receivers open. If not, he's gonna roll out. But he's not as fast as Jaden Daniels, as Lamar Jackson to get out of the hole so quick. And the defensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs, they are quick. They get to the quarterback in
Yeah.
like 3 seconds if obviously if they're not getting blocked well. But I think they're going to be able to sack him at least 2-3 times. I think that's going to be the difference maker in that game. But I do agree with you. I think it's going to be a good game that right down to the end, to the wire. And like you said, if Mahomes has the ball in the last minute of the game to win the game, he is winning the game, bro. He is
Yeah.
winning the game.
Yeah. Who's the D tackle for the Chiefs, dude? I love that guy. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL in the defensive side of it.
Chris Jones,
What?
number 95.
That guy's a beast, dude.
That
That
guy
guy's a
is a
beast.
beast. And on
I
the other
love that
side,
guy.
Jalen Carter is a beast too.
For 15 plus years, I think he's been in the league.
Who? Chris Jones?
No, Carter.
No, Carter. I think he got drafted like 2, 3 years ago. He was in the Bulldogs. But bro, like I saw
Who,
even
who am I
Aaron Donald.
talking about then? They have a veteran.
They did have a
No, they have a
veteran that was there
veteran
for
D
like a long
tackle.
time. I just don't know if he's there right now. But I do know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name, but I do know that they had a dude that was there for a while and he was doing absolute crazy work that,
Yeah,
that he does.
yeah,
But bro, it was crazy to see that Aaron Donald was saying that Jalen Carter was the next Aaron Donald. You know
yeah.
what that
He
is,
did
bro?
say.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous. Um, before we get out of here, so we
I think
both
it's
got
gonna
the
be a great
Chiefs.
game, dude. I'm excited.
Facts, facts. We both got the Chiefs on this one. Chiefs money line, baby. Just to talk about real quick because Saquon Barkley is looking like he's about to break the rushing yards record. Maybe in the Super Bowl. That would be crazy to see. With him and the outstanding season that he's had, and then with the NFL and how they portray the NFL MVP by just looking at quarterbacks. Do you believe that Saquon Barkley should be the MVP of the league, or should it be Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow, like they're painting it out to be?
God, that's such a tough question, George. That is a
Yes,
tough question. I think Lamar Jackson deserves it just because those stats are unreal. He won MVP last year and he put up even better numbers this year. So in my eyes, like he. But if you're saying most valuable player, uh, I mean Saquon just turned that team into a championship team, a team that might
literally.
beat the Chiefs this year in the Super Bowl. So like, eh, if we're talking about a most valuable player to a team. I think Saquon is that dude. I wish the Cowboys would have got him, to be honest, but whatever. It's a
Man, tell
conversation
me
for
about it, bro. Tell me about
another
it, bro. I could go on
day.
a rant right now, just 10 minutes of why we should have and why we didn't. Can't. No, man, but bro, I like me the way that I see it. I think that the NFL needs to make an award just for quarterbacks and then an award for the actual MVP of the league and how you just defined it. The most valuable player to the team that has the most success, which is right now the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, they didn't have the best record in the league, but he has put that team on his back. If he didn't go there and they had some regular smuggler running back, don't get me wrong, all the running backs are freaking dope in the NFL. Don't get it twisted. But I'm talking about comparing to Saquon Barkley, they probably wouldn't even be at the top seed. They probably would have made the playoffs, but in lower rank wild card, I don't think that they would have been second in the NFC. Like I don't know, man. I don't know,
I
but
agree.
man, it's gonna be a good game though. It's gonna be a good game. Can't wait to watch that wherever we
Oh
go.
yeah.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit where we watch that. Um, well, before we get out of
Yes,
here,
sir.
please tell these people where they can watch your golf channel and exactly how they can get it.
Follow me on Instagram, baseball to birdies. That's all I got right now. I will be doing a TikTok soon. I will be doing a YouTube channel soon. So follow me on IG. Join me on the ride.
Yes,
Teaching
sir.
you guys how to play golf as well. Not only playing myself, but I also give some tips and I'm gonna post more videos about me teaching more than playing. So if you want to learn about golf, feel free to follow me and join me for the ride.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Love the
George,
ride.
appreciate you, kid.
I
Appreciate you.
appreciate you, bro. Guys, you know where you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube at GMike Media _ on Twitter at George Mike Perez. The audio version of this podcast is available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube as well. Kevin, appreciate you, my guy. Thank you again. And I'll be seeing you soon. Hey, have a good time in Hawaii, kid.
Thank you, kid. Love you.
Like it.